this episode of Project Race Car, we install a hoist.
Post 1 is up, I contributed nothing.
And pull the motor out of the Civic.
Do you have a trick to getting hoses off?
Or just pull them off fully.
So out here at the Blendline TV workshop, we've needed a hoist for some time. We finally got our hands on one. It's a 4-ton one from Tuff Lift. Thanks to the guys at Tuff Lift for it. Dan, we've really needed this for some time now. It's going to be really good to have.
Yep.
What are your thoughts on it?
Well, if you want to be able to work on your own race cars, you really want to have a hoist so that you can get them up in the air, move around them with ease and be able to change the parts you want.
It's just not the same when you're, you know, on jack stands and crawling under the car and all of that.
We're going up in the world, quite literally.
Definitely.
And thanks to Tuff Lift for their help. We're going to put it together and show you how it all comes together and how you can do it at home as well.
Let's get stuck into it.
So the cool thing about the Tuff Lift is it comes with a set of instructions and everything you need to be able to put this thing together yourself. It's probably best to get a couple of mates around and be able to put it together. Make sure to check the thickness of your concrete. You don't want to be bolting it into somewhere where it could break off or have some sort of issue for you later. Of course, safety is the utmost priority. Tuff Lift will also put you in touch with the certified installer if you'd like to go that route, but they do give you the option to put it in, and that's what we're doing here today. Should be a pretty cool process.
Post 1's up.
Post 1 is up, I contributed nothing.
You bought a vacuum cleaner.
The vacuum cleaner. Now we use it and the floor bar to straighten post 2 to it and get ourselves underway.
So you can see not 100% level here. We want it perfectly level. So we've got these little packers that we're going to put underneath it, which is just going to lift this side a bit to make it perfectly level.
Okay.
And you can see now that is spot on perfect.
To assemble the mechanical locking, we have to pull this smaller cable through to these locking assemblies on either pillar, feeding it through the pulleys in the bottom corners of each. The cable should attach to these arms on either side. This larger steel cable loops around the whole hoist from top to bottom. Before you route the cable through, the lifting carriages should be set to their first latch position to make sure the safety locking works. Once you've got the cables fixed in place, make sure they're both at the same tension.
All right, so we've got the hoist up, the posts are up, the cross beam is in. We've also run the cables to connect the two sides of the hoist together. Now, something important to do is to make sure you grease the lines. That enables them to keep moving freely. Make sure that you don't end up with any heat or tension in it that could cause damage to your hoist. So we've got ourselves some Nylon in Extreme Performance grease, and we'll apply it now to make sure it all runs smoothly for the next couple of years.
Now, fill the hydraulic fluid tank, attach it to the power unit, attach the height limit switch, attach the tank and unit, wire up the switch and link up the hose. Finally, slap on the arms. One long arm on the front of each side and a short one on the back of each. And just like that, you've got yourself a hoist.
All right, now the hoist is in, thanks to Tuff Lift for all of their help with that one. We're able to get the Civic back on it. So we've had a bit of a delay with the Civic, a bit of parts, and also just trying to be able to make sure we're heading in the direction we want to head in. We've sourced a motor. It's going to be on its way, and we'll have more on that in a future episode. Absolutely. We've also got the roll cage on the way, so we've got to get the interior cleared out. But first job is to drop out the little baby D motor and clear the space to be able to get going with the project. So we've roped Jono in from OzTrack yet again, and he's going to help us rip this motor out. Big guns are in.
Guns ready.
So let's get working. Yeah, so we need to drop, and the radiator will go as well because it's coming with a radiator.
Yep. We can leave that in for the moment. really we can disconnect a few things, so get rid of the radiator hoses. Wiring looks like we've got 2 connectors here, which will be able to leave all the connectors attached to the motor. Yep. We need to lose things like throttle cable, disconnect the clutch probably at the slave, or even back here. Basically anything that attaches to the fuel, and then we'll be able to go up and disconnect the exhaust and get the drive shafts out. And that should be most of what's holding it in. Maybe the steer, we'll have to get rid of the power steering hoses, but not a lot. So let's
get cracking.
Do it.
Alright, I did my bit. Now it's on to you guys.
Do you have a trick to getting hoses off?
Just pull them off.
Fully get the hose off as well. So.
There we go.
You alright?
Yeah, no, I clipped that on the way past.
Manicure or something?
Yeah, I need help.
They book you in?
I need to be looked after, okay?
Oh, here you go. Dan, here's something. So what we're going to do is just going to go straight up.
Okay, straight up, straight up. Let me see how I go.
No, mate.
I don't think you undid it.
I'll show you again. Straight up.
Straight.
Straight up.
Straight up. Okay, so twist it over. Can't mean it still worked. This episode is just going to be me leaning over a motor, looking over John's shoulder. Like, oh yeah.
Okay, so what you need to do, just pull it out.
God damn it.
I believe in you.
So pull that out and then take this out.
Don't pull it out.
Isn't that what you said? Pull that out.
You did it.
Just make sure all these shots are close-ups, Trav. Don't worry about the wide shots, just the close-ups. Just the close-ups.
I mean, really, we only need a half a Jono for this.
Yeah. Be nice if we had slightly less Jono.
Two
so
of us
slowed down.
or half a Jono.
I'd like everyone to pay attention to this bit.
I'll get it out of the shot as well. That's all you.
Oh, I think I can't get it.
And with 1 8mm bolt, Daniel's removed the entire engine.
The motor fell out.
Real nice way.
Yeah, don't take his thunder.
I actually undid
did
all
of
3
that.
of those bolts. This is superfluous now, isn't
That will
it?
be rubbish. You can make a table out of it.
What is this, a table for mice?
When this all comes together in the editing suite, it's going to look like
So
a
random.
team job.
So random. Everyone's going to watch and be like, I could have done that on my own. Yep, it's clear.
And just managed to do that all on my own. No help from Dan at
You
all.
managed to pull a cable through a firewall. Great job. Trav knows how to operate the hoist 60% of the time, so he'll be fine. Off you go, Trav.
80%.
Once he's finished struggling, we can get the middle piece out of the way.
Grind it. Just cut it off there.
Well, go get the grinder and do that. And while you're in, once you've done that, I'll just pop this off.
That's what I was wanting off, but everyone was just looking at me like a dickhead.
Well, you never said, can we get that off?
Can we get that off, Johnny?
Yeah, mate, we can get that off really easily. And then that should just, oh, you're still struggling. You just moved it. You moved it to the wrong spot. Like it should have just popped out.
That is a very interesting object. I was done quicker though.
Really?
I don't know if you guys noticed, but I was done first. You need to put it over here. We have a parts pile over here for a reason. What do I even pay you for, Jono?
Yep. Oh, yeah. Got it. That's it. That's buggered, that thing.
Do you take the split pin off the steering arm? Yeah, you did. Oh, this is Trav's favourite part. He loves a bit of two-way spannering. Why are you staring at me as you do it?
I'm not, I'm just doing it. You're going to look somewhere. It'd probably look a bit weird if I was doing this.
Oh. That's dry as. All the way to the ground, Travis. It's like he's some sort of counselor. He's like, it's okay, it's okay.
See, you gotta know the tricks.
Just
That looks like we're pretty close to coming out.
what about the engine? we can't pull it much forward because of the...
Yeah, that's right. We also got the power steering wheel here. I reckon we might be better off taking the pump off, just so we don't risk damaging it, because we need that, don't we?
So it's ready to go up now?
Yep, keep going.
Now I need to swing left. That's out of the way. Put it in gear track, so it doesn't run away.
You make me stop.
Alright, so the motor is now out of the car. We've pushed it into the new position because we've got to get to work on getting the sound deadening out and the interior prepared for the roll cage. You saw us start that a little bit in episode 2, but there's still a lot more to do in there, and we'll go over that in the next episode. But for now, motor's out. She's a bit of a rolling shell. We'll wait for the new one to come in and we'll get cracking.
Bosch Motorsport provides technology for racing. Worldwide experience from all major categories of motorsport is in your race car when you use Bosch Motorsport components, ignition system, sensors, fuel delivery and high-end electronics. Bosch Motorsport brings race-proven quality and performance to your motorsport machine. Search for Bosch Motorsport Australia or find us at boschmotorsport.com.au. There's good, there's better, and then there's Bosch. Bosch Motorsport, when quality and performance matter.